Hello everybody, I'm Jackie K. Cooper, and my entertainment rundown for today is a review of the film Shirley. Now, Shirley refers to the author, Shirley Jackson. This is a story about a portion of her life. Shirley is played by Elizabeth Moss. She's a really, really talented actress. And in this film, she kind of channels her inner Betty Davis. You remember that actress from back in the 40s, and she was very famous Academy Award winner. And she, I don't know, just the mannerisms and the way that Elizabeth Moss presents this character reminded me a lot of Betty Davis. So that's just me. But in the film, she and her husband, played by Michael, let me get his name right, Michael Stuhlbarg, they kind of have a love-hate relationship. They're critical of each other and argue, and then they're real sweet to each other. It's kind of like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf with Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor, because a young couple comes to live with them. Shirley's husband is a professor, and this guy is an inspiring professor. He's played by Logan Lerman. We just saw him in a movie a week or so ago. And he and his new bride, played by Odessa Young, are invited to live with Shirley Jackson, her husband, kind of take care of the house, cook meals that way, and keep his, Michael Stuhlbarg wants, Odessa Young's character to take care of Shirley. She has moments of depression. She has times she can't even go out of the house, but she's very talented as a writer. But it's this interaction of these two couples, and how they're manipulated. The older couple manipulates the younger couple, and then it's also a story of a young woman who is in marriage. She is pregnant, getting ready to have a child. She's trying to please her husband. She's trying to please this couple that she's living with, and how she is trying to find a life of her own. It's very complex and complicated, with inner workings here, there, and everywhere. But it is interesting to watch. It's a little slow in places, but the way it's edited is you move over those slower paces, quickly. Again, Shirley Jackson is a real life author. She wrote two books that I was familiar with. She wrote The Lottery and also The Haunting of Hill House. So she was recognized as an accomplished writer. But her husband was like a professor and then later became a literary critic. So he would, tell her to show him the manuscript, and then he would give her notes as to how she could improve it. In the film, he never seems to want her to be too successful, but yet he does. He's conflicted. The film itself is rated R. There's profanity, there's sexual situations, there's brief nudity. I thought the film came together. I really didn't know going in if I was going to have a good time with it or not. I'm really appreciative of Elizabeth Moss as an actress. She was in The Invisible Man earlier this year. She played the woman who was, taunted and haunted by her boyfriend, who she claims has become invisible. But if you're familiar with Elizabeth Moss, especially once you see her, oh, I've seen her in this. She was in Mad Men, so you might have a reference from there. But like I say, the movie is a dueling battle between the older couple within themselves and the younger couple, back and forth. So you get a lot of verbal sparring. I thought it was good enough. I rated it 7 out of 10. The acting in this is excellent. Logan Lerman is very bland in his role, and I thought, come on, Logan, don't be so bland. Except the character is supposed to be that bland. So he plays him perfectly. Like I said, all 4 of the major actors in this film are very, very good. So 7 out of 10 for me. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We want you to be a part of participating with us with these videos. But for today, this has been Jackie K. Cooper's Entertainment Rundown with a review of the movie Shirley.